May isusumite ng rekomendasyon ng Interagency Task Force kay President Duterte sa classification ng ilang lugar na matatapos na sa August 15 ang community quarantine. Sinabi ng OCTA Research Group na sa ngayon, ang 7-day average ng COVID cases sa bansa ay nasa 10,364 at mayroon tayong reproductive rate na 1.46 o higit isang tao na hawaan ng bawat positive case. Kaugnay niyan, makakapanayam natin si Father Nicanor Austriaco, fellow sa OCTA Research. Magandang gabi po sa inyo, Father Nick. Good evening. Thank you very much for joining us. So, ano po ba dapat? What should our quarantine classification be, Father Nick, after August 15?
Honestly, Pia, we are still looking at the data. I mean, today's numbers are still quite high, and it's not clear that the surge has peaked. So, and hospitals are also reaching critical levels. So we are still looking. We're waiting for another few days to see whether or not we can see a slowing down of the pandemic's NCR. At the moment, it still looks like it's increasing rapidly, and our hospitals are actually exceeding the projections that we made 2 weeks ago, suggesting that our hospitals will reach critical capacity next week.
Well, that doesn't sound very good, and it sounds like you're going to go along with the recommendation to extend the ECQ beyond August 15, Father. But you said we're waiting for a few days. You said no, pero it's August 12, Thursday today. 15 is 3 days away. So,
well, again, you see,
what should it be?
You have to look for the trend, and so we're just waiting for the trend at the moment. The ECQ has been in place now for 6 days. And all quarantines have a lag. So we're waiting to see how long it will take before we have a slowing down of the increases in the caseload. But yes, we would be ready to seek an extension if the numbers call for that in the next few days.
Yeah. A month ago, Father Nick, you spoke at the forum, and I remember what you said. You said it was so important to protect NCR, sabi niyo, protect NCR, the National Capital Region. And you and other experts in that forum were saying that if we do this right, we can achieve population protection by August, September, or October at latest, and herd immunity, at least for NCR, by December, January. Plus, also, you said a few months ago when I spoke to you on the show also, you said that if we do things right, if we get vaccinated, if we get that population protection, that we can have a happy Christmas, a Merry Christmas, no, which is so important to us Filipinos. But Father, right now, the way things stand, what are the possibilities?
So at the moment, the NCR +8 is still on track to achieve population immunity and possibly herd immunity by Christmas. But the Delta variant, which we did not know of several months ago, has complicated the picture. So right now, what we would achieve, what we are aiming to do is to what is called uncouple infections and hospitalizations. And this is what is happening in the United Kingdom. So once you achieve enough vaccinations, then even if the number of cases increases, the number of hospitalizations does not increase and the number of deaths remains low. And if this is the case, then yes, it would allow us to reopen our economy even with cases in circulation in the NCR +8. So right now the vaccinations are key, and they are on track to achieve that. The NCR +8 is on track to achieve herd immunity by November. And again, what we will be looking for is the uncoupling of infections and hospitalizations. And if this is the case, you know, it's hopeful that we can still reopen by Christmas.
Mm-hmm. Father, you're talking about NCR, no, not the entire country, right? Sorry, NCR
no, we're not,
plus.
Yes, and so right now we're talking about the NCR +8. So that includes the NCR, the adjacent provinces, and Metro Cebu and Metro Davao, which is still the focus sites, the focus areas with priority LGUs for the national national government's vaccination deployment scheme. So we are still looking at that. And I know that the national government, the supply is improving day by day. And the numbers of fully vaccinated Filipinos is increasing every day, especially in the NCR plus 8. And that's very hopeful. And so, for example, yesterday, I believe Iloilo has announced that it was able to vaccinate a quarter of its target population, which is, again, very hopeful as we approach Christmas.
Yeah. Father Nick, some people who are listening now, especially those outside Metro Manila, would probably say, why are we so Metro Manila centric? Is this parang favoritism or what? Just explain first, Father, kung bakit napaka-importante na. And I remember one of the speakers in that forum where you were last month was saying that Metro Manila should be a fortress.
So Metro Manila and possibly Metro Cebu are both the gateways for variants. So variants enter the Philippines through our international airports. And so when you build a fortress around these airports, then it would prevent future variants from entering the country. So we have the Lambda variant, the Delta Plus variants, which are still outside the Philippines. And so by continuing to build a wall around Manila, around Cebu, we are actually protecting the rest of the country from variants. And as we're seeing now, these variants are driving the pandemic. If we prevent a variant from entering, we can prevent a future surge and we can prevent a future lockdown.
Yung nga lang, Father, the Delta variant cases, some of them returning overseas Filipinos. But anyway, Father, just one last question. When we spoke to you about a month or two months ago, you were talking about an oral vaccine that you were trying to develop. Can you tell us what's happened so far in that regard?
So we are scheduled to begin the animal trials this week, but we are trying to figure out in the middle of an ECQ how to get the mice from Laguna to UST.
Oh boy. So yun lang ang problema, Father.
These are very simple,
but now that you've said
challenges.
Okay. Oh my. Paano ibiyahe ang mga daga? Mice from Laguna to UST. Father Nick Austriaco, Father, thank you very much again for joining us this evening on the show.
Thank you. God